Hello, ladies and gentlemen, your beloved Viggoman here, and welcome back to Kirkholm once again. How are you guys doing? I hope that you are feeling fine today. Hope you have a nice day so far and that you will enjoy another episode just hanging out with me, working on where we left off, I guess. I've been doing a little bit of work since you guys last saw me and the last time I saw you, but we're gonna kind of continue where we left off. We're gonna continue on the fortified mansion close by the harbor here. So what we kind of worked on the last episode was this towers and castle walls and that stuff, and I've been playing around a little bit with it and decided to change a few things. So let's go into what I've done so far. So I removed this the entrance from this part here over to this side right here, and we have a gate like this, and I think it looks so much better. And there's like a staircase going up in here that works really nice. You have a nice big area here. I also decided to make it more spacious up here, so I moved this main building back and I changed out what. Okay, I'm falling again. Okay, and I decided to change this. There was like a round castle here as well. I decided to change that up for a square one and make it a little bit more tall, and I think that looks so cool when you see it from down here. I think it makes so much sense and looks so much better. So that is kind of what I've done. I've been playing around a little bit with the gate here, adding some kind of roof to it like that, and maybe some kind of defensive position. So my idea is that there is this hanging ladder here. What is it called? Rope ladder, of course it is. And you can go up here, and if there's an enemy attack, you can just take up the ladder and no one will be able to reach you up here, and you can block the gate here by shooting them and stuff like that. It's just a very basic and simple defensive position, but I think it will do the job because it's not the main city walls or something like that. It's just to protect a little bit, okay? It's nothing too major here. Also, I just quickly want to mention the shaders I'm using because I adore them, and this is built by my good friend Triloton. Links should be down in the description. So if you would like to get your hands on this beautiful piece of shaders, go down there, download it for yourself and try it out because it is beautiful. It's my favorite shader packs out there, okay? So yeah, I just want to give some credit to the guy who made it, because I don't think he has enough recognition. He's an awesome dude. He's very good with his shaders, so make sure to check him out, Trilton. He's awesome. So also, let's talk a little bit more about the buildings here. So I've decided to change some of the like layouts and stuff. Decided to kind of frame out this top part, and I'm gonna make that like a wattle building using this Tudor frame stuff like this. Make it all nice and stuff in here, and then we're gonna have stone down below. And yeah, I think that should be good. You guys really seem to like my latest episode, so that means a lot to me. It really gives me a lot of inspiration when you guys enjoy what I do. So yeah, thank you so much for that awesome feedback. And you also come with nice suggestions on how I should improve this build and what I could add, kind of rooms and stuff. And yeah, some of you guys also came with the name suggestion for the guy living here, which I thought was kind of cool, because why not give names to all these guys? That would be pretty cool. So I'm not completely sure what the name was in my head now, but it was something like Gavin, and I like that name. It's European. It's a normal, well, not anymore. It used to be a normal European name, I think. It sounds a little bit too a little bit like medieval to me, but Gavin, I think it was Gavin something, and I like that. So we might want to do that. Let me know what you guys think. Should we actually add names to the guys here for all this, kind of make relations between the guys? I think that would be really cool and kind of set a theme and a story going. Maybe, I don't know. We can talk about that in the future, I guess, because right now we're busy working with all of this. So what we're just gonna do is kind of build up all of these walls here. I think that to just begin with that, and then we're gonna try to mix in a little bit of this different stuff here to to make it look better, but I like to just have a plain canvas to work with, I guess. So I'm just gonna quickly fill in all of those. While I do that, I want to tell you guys a small story, okay? Because as you know, well, some of you may not know, but I've moved. I moved alone for myself, and I live in another town. And I have a couple of friends also living here in another apartment stuff. And the other day I was over at my friend. We were a couple of guys just hanging out, relaxing, playing some games together. We played Until Dawn, which is a really scary game if you haven't tried it out. It's like a horror game based on your actions. So whatever you decide to do, you have to make choices. And your choices affects the rest of the gameplay, kind of, and it's scary as, yeah, it's really, really scary. So for those of you who follow me on Twitter and stuff, if you don't follow me on Twitter, go ahead and do it. But for those of you who follow me on Twitter, you would know, because I posted a tweet there about how scared I was. But anyway, something I didn't say on Twitter though was what I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, what happened now? Okay, I'm sorry guys, something just popped up on my screen. Some kind of Norton security stuff. I hope that didn't mess up the recording too much. No, it looks to be good. So what happened was, I was at my friend's house, you know, playing this game. And I've never, well, I have been this afraid before or scared. But it's been a really long time since I've been that scared, okay? Because I'm not a guy that usually gets scared. I'm a guy like I'm not really affected by scary stuff. So yeah, I'm not really. It's been a long time since I was that scared. Okay. Does these connect? They don't. That's kind of bad. Use this one, maybe. That doesn't connect either. Does any one of these connect the other ones? How about this one? This one kind of connects, and this one? No, okay. I need one that connects up and also looks kind of nice. Well, this is one. That's kind of nice. I like that. So yeah, back to the storytelling, Vigo, you stupid idiot. Keep on telling the stories. I was, after we were done playing, I went home. And it was like 1 a.m. and it was dark outside, and I was on my bicycle riding home from my friend, because I don't have a car here because I'm poor. No, I'm not really poor, but it's really in Norway cars are super expensive, and it doesn't really help when you need to pay for a parking lot as well, which is like 100,000 kroners a year, which is like $10,000 a year for just being able to have a space to park your car. So I can't afford that, so I decided to just go for the bike. So I was biking home from my friend, and my guy, that sounds so creepy. And I was still like shaking a little bit from that really scary game. And as I was biking home, I was kind of alone. It was dark, and all the other guys had gone to bed because it was in the middle of the week. So most guys were probably going to work the other day. I had school the other day, but you know, screw school. So I stayed up late. So I was biking through my streets. It was dark. I was all alone. I was still like shaking from the tension of the game. And as I go through like a really small alley, like a back alley here, I saw two guys, and I don't want to be racist here or anything, like judging. Guys, I'm not judging anyone, but just like try to be in my position here, okay? You're alone, you're in a new town, you're not really that what's it called? Like you're a little bit skeptical to things, okay? So I was driving down here, and then I was looking into this small back alley. And there was two guys here, which I didn't really see. I just saw them kind of in my, in my side view, I guess. And then I was kind of just making a small glance at them, and then like keep on biking. And then I heard the phrase everyone is super afraid of, Allahu Akbar. Okay, I literally heard something say that at me as I was biking. It was all alone. And there was like, I don't know where they were from, but they were not Norwegian. They were exotic. I don't want to make any like assumptions here, but they were not ethnical Norwegians. They've probably been living here for a while, but they said Allahu Akbar, and I was so afraid. I was just, am I going to die now? Because you learn that, you know, that's what the terrorists say and stuff, the extremists say. But it was okay, and I know that that's something normal for Islam to say. They say that a lot because it doesn't mean something bad in their language. It's just our culture that has taught us that, and movies and stuff teach us that is a bad word. But it actually means something like, I think they say that when they it's a greeting. I think some of them say that when they say it to each other when they leave, as a goodbye. They say Allahu Akbar, and it's just nice, kind of. But I just think it's so weird that we're that our society has taught us that it's scary. So I was really scared, but as I kept on biking, I just realized it's not scary at all. It's just something normal, just being nice to each other. And yeah, so kind of a fun story. I was super duper scared, but it's a fun story. Okay. Oh, that looks really nice. That actually does look really epic. So today I hope that we can get a lot done on this. I'm not sure we'll be getting all of it done because there's still a lot to do. I want to do some off camera as well. But I want to do a little bit here together with you. I really like the design on these walls here. So yeah, that's a keeper. Maybe change out some of these though. Like that, just to break it up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's cool. And then on the side here, we can kind of continue this, I guess, like going around this border here, all the way around. What I like to do is just do one side and just copy it over to the other one. I know it won't be exactly the same, but like the sequences of blocks is the same. So I like to do that because it kind of mirrored, because on this block looks like this on this side, and then looks opposite on the other side. So it's a little bit weird when you paste it, but I guess it's okay. So I like to do that. We can have this one here, like that, and then you go there, and then you go here, and you go there again. That looks nice. That looks really nice. I like that. And you can take you all the way up, like so. Can do the same here, like this and like this. So guys, have any one of you played Until Dawn? Because if you haven't, I would really recommend you getting together with a couple of friends and playing it on a night, an evening or something, because it's so social. Because you kind of you make decisions, a lot of decisions are taken, and you have to choose whether you want to save yourself or save someone else. Maybe save your sister or something, or you have to decide if you want to fool someone, joke with someone, make them laugh, make them cry. You have to make a lot of decisions, and all of those really affects the gameplay. And when you play it together, you kind of, as a friend, you kind of discuss what you should do, and it's just a fun little thing to do together with a couple of friends. So I would really recommend you to do that. But of course, if you're not into scary games, I totally understand you, because that is a game I don't care how bossy you are, how buff you are, you will be spooked by that one. Okay, it's crazy. Okay, but it's so good. We need to copy that. Just stand up here. Go over to this side and paste it like this. -A, I like to do that. And then we got something over here. Clear that selection. That's not too bad, is it? I think that's cool. It's really cool. So I want to thank Thor for giving me the suggestion of using the WATTLE and you know, the WATTLE style, using this kind of blocks. That was Thor Hammerhand's idea, and you should definitely go and check him out, okay guys, because he's a good friend of mine. I've been playing with him a lot, and he's an even better builder than I am. He spends so much time just perfectioning his builds, and it's incredible. He's a lot of his builds are breathtaking. So I would recommend you to go check him out. He just reached 1,000 subscribers as well, which is a big milestone for us smaller YouTubers. Is this completely wrong? Yeah, crap. I totally messed this up. Yeah, let's do that, and then remove this, and then something like that, and then what can I do to fix this? You go there? No, you go there. All the way, almost all the way up, and then you go there. I think I fixed it, and on the other side we need to fix it as well. Yeah, it's wrong. So yeah, go ahead and check out Thor Hammerhand. He gave me the idea. Well, I was kind of thinking of doing it this way all the way from the first time building here, starting planning it out. But the way he kind of described it to me just gave me so much inspiration, and my mind just went crazy with ideas for this. So I just want to thank him, because that helped me out so much for the design of this build here. So thank you so much, Thor. You're the man. I really enjoy you. And congrats on 1,000 subscribers. Now I said it in person as well. That's crazy. Let's add a few windows here as well, like this. I don't want to be symmetrical with this. I can just break it up a little bit like this, something, and then maybe another one on top here. I think my throat's getting really itchy. Sorry for that. I've been having a little bit of a cold lately, because it's getting like fall times here, so it's getting colder. Norway is like generally a cold environment, a cold country, so it's really cold here, okay? We're not as tough as you would imagine us being, or us Vikings. We're actually not that strong when it comes to cold, okay? We're just like everyone else, but we're just Vikings, okay? We have a lot of great beards and big muscles, and no, I'm just kidding with you. Wow, I should stop talking right now. I'm just rambling about non-important stuff at all. That's usually what I do when I'm tired, and I'm kind of that right now. I've been in like a family celebration today for my grandmother. She turned 91 today. That's an insane amount of years. That's a big age. She's a pro at living, you know. She's been living for 91 years, and she's such a fun grandma, because she barely sees, but she's so much fun. Her humor is awesome. Yeah. So I've been over there, but we have a big family, so I'm really tired of just hanging out with all of them, trying to talk to all of them. I barely know all of them, like much. I know I've seen everyone before, but I would assume we're almost 60 guys, you know, or people all together, with aunts and uncles and children and grandchildren and all that stuff. So we're a lot of people, and it's hard to be in a big celebration or a party with all of them. So I'm a little bit tired now, and I shouldn't be, because it's only 8 p.m. It's Saturday. I should be out partying or hanging out with friends and stuff. But anyway, let's talk about something else, guys. Let's talk about the build here. It just getting dark. It just got dark. I'm using this red brick roofs because I saw some pictures. After I had Thor Hammerhand gave me a lot of inspiration, I went to Uncle Google and asked him for showing me pictures of small fortified mansions, and many of those had this brick roof, and I just really liked it. So I decided to go for that and try to mess it up a little bit as we go. but something like that looks so nice. Looks really, really cool. I really enjoyed it so far. Let's add some upside down stairs here as well while we're at it, like that. And then I like to just kind of mess up the roof a little bit. It was something Trillaton told me and taught me how to do. Just kind of breaking up a little bit of the textures here, okay? It just creates so much feeling to the roof. You'll see it when I'm all done, and you can see it from like further away. It just looks amazing, okay? Kind of just changing out some of the blocks for similar blocks, but with a different shape. Just look at that. This small change like that just creates so much difference. You also do something like this. Maybe even like make it go up here a little bit like that. I can change some of this. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that. We need to do this bottom row here. Because most of these builds are old, and of course they're medieval, so the builders weren't as good as they are today. They don't have as much tools to make straight lines and stuff, so it would just make sense that some of the lines are a little bit off, and it's a little bit wobbly. There's a lot of old buildings where I live in Norway, and like captains' builds, you know, sailors' builds. And many of those are really, really, really wacked. Like the roofs are, yeah, it's horrible. They're so, I don't know what it's called, but they're so off. And it just adds so much characteristics to the builds. So that's something I want to kind of implement to these builds here as well. A little bit of variation to the block palette used for all of this. Something like this looks just really, really nice. Oh yeah, we can add some of them up there as well. So let's take a look on that. That makes sense. It looks cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. Looks really, really awesome. Let's add a little bit of like details to this as well as we go. I don't want to have any windows down here because enemies, if they were to attack, we don't want them to be able to get into the build, into the fort here, because this is supposed to hold and protect the port area here. So we need to make sure that no one can really get into here. Also, I've been wondering, should I make a wall from this build here, kind of following this cobble line, moving this build a little bit and kind of making two gates to protect these two paths, and then have a tower in the middle here? Just to protect it a little bit more. I think that would be pretty cool. So you guys can let me know down below if you're interested, if I should do it or not, because I don't think it makes sense to have just a wall going out a little bit here, okay? Then it would have to go all the way around. But I think it would be an awesome building to build, okay? I think it would be really, really fun to build it together with you. So let me know down below what you think of that. Let's add a few windows here as well as we're on it. We need the shutter stuff. There is that. There we go. We can have a window right here. And then maybe one on top here, like this. Yeah, that's super cool. What I also want to do, and something I'd really like to do, is adding some foliage or like vegetation to this. Let's see if there's this one's cool, the birch leaves. Like this, just kind of climbing up a little bit, up on the side here of the build. Looks so nice, adds a lot of characteristics to the builds. Just something like this, and then maybe some on the roof as well. Maybe that would be cool, and maybe some vines and stuff hanging down. I think that would be pretty cool. Just having some of that hanging around, and maybe some leaves from the roof, on the roof here like this. I think that's cool, maybe. Yeah, that's actually really nice. I like that. Looks okay, makes sense, kind of. It's overgrown a little bit, and it looks kind of cool. Adds a little bit of more detail and personality to the build. Something like this, and you can kind of hang down from here as well a little bit. kind of follow the roof line. Maybe add some ivies like this hanging down as well. No, crap, I broke some blocks. How does that look? Yeah, that also looks kind of cool. Something like this. And then we can have the ivy all the way up like that. Yeah, I definitely like that. I don't like that block up there though. Let's remove that. We could add a block right there. If not, something like that. Yeah, that looks super cool. I totally enjoy that design right there. Okay, that's so cool, guys. But I think that is all I got time for. I have a little bit of plans that I have to go to attend to, and I need to upload it and render it, and if the video is too long, it will take freaking forever. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoy. If so, be sure to smack that like button. And if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.